My guest at this time will battle Adam Scherr, a.k.a. Braun Strowman, this Saturday night in the main event of Free the Narrative 2, The Monster and Us All on Fight TV. It's EC3. EC3, Ethan, thank you very much for taking some more time to chat with me here for the Wrestling Inc. Daily.
Well, it's always fun to talk to you, Nick, and it's not really a main event. The narrative doesn't have main events. This is not a wrestling show per se. This is an experience. It is the final fight on the Free the Narrative feature for sure, but by no means is it a wrestling match. By no means is there a paid audience in an arena or a stadium. By no means is there a timekeeper or security. By no means is there any authority in the ring. There's no referee. This is a fight, and the fight isn't just between myself and Adam Scherr. The fight is between Adam Scherr and the monster within him.
Okay, I like this. I like where you're going with this. So talk to people like a little bit about what is the narrative going into this confrontation. You know, I've seen some of the videos you all have put out online. You seem more like friends than enemies heading into this confrontation.
Whether friend or foe in the narrative, you fight, because again, the fight isn't against an opponent in the ring. The fight is against the person inside you. And Adam Scherr is going through an awakening right now. He's lost everything that has meant something to him. He's not only lost his, cushy job as being a top star in the corporate wrestling world, but he's also lost friends. He's lost family along the way. And the only person that's accountable for that is himself. So in Free the Narrative, The Monster in Us All, Adam Scherr is going to have to confront himself, the creation that he's become. He's not his own man. He was created. He's created in a sports entertainment lab by a mad scientist. He's Victor Frankenstein's monster. And to eventually get past that, to move forward with his life and his career, he has to kill what's been created. He has to kill Braun Strowman. He has to kill the monster. I'm just happy to assist.
So I saw that line in the last promo video you guys did. You said, face it, your creator only had one son. His name is Roman, which I think is a pretty direct reference to Roman Reigns there. What are you trying to say when you say that to him? Are you saying that maybe Roman stood in his way, held him back? Like, what do you mean with what you said there to him in that bar sequence?
By no stretch of the imagination is the chosen son Roman not the top star in wrestling, and rightfully so. He's extremely talented, has all the tools, all the intangibles, and the work ethic to be that top star. And I know Adam very well, and I know that he looked up to his creator as a father figure, but I also know that the father figure probably looked at him as the stepson more so than the actual son, so to speak. So to light a fire under his ass, I kind of hit him where it hurt the most, and that's the emotional aspect. He's a monster, yes, but he has emotions. He seeks acceptance. He seeks the love of others, and perhaps it wasn't reciprocated on the end of the person that he looked up to so much, his father figure.
Yeah, for sure. So when you two were both working there, was it after his WWE release that you two became close, or were you always close backstage? Like, what was the relationship like with you all?
Yeah, we've always been close and, teaming together on ventures, and we traveled together on the road. But let's not forget, you should forget because it's very forgettable. My last, I think, appearance on corporate wrestling platform was my friend being sent out there to maul me, destroy me, throw me through a stage, and I was never seen again. So as he told me that day, and I understand because I've been in this industry for a very long time, it is business, and it was business, and that business didn't work out for me in that aspect. But he knew when he's lost it all, he's seen what I've done. He's seen the original Free the Narrative. It was the first time he told me he's watched wrestling in completion, and he's been doing it for a very long time just because he's so disinterested and dissatisfied with the same old, the status quo. So he knocked on my door because he knew the release I can give him. He knew I was the man to help bring him forward. Whether it's a win or a loss within the narrative, that doesn't matter. What matters is him becoming who he's supposed to be.
Sure. And as you stayed close with your friend there, and obviously that's a very odd moment. One friend taking another friend out and literally being the thing that removes them from, that corporate universe that you're describing there.
But
Go ahead.
if it was the other way, I would have done the exact same thing. Because we do not control our narratives when we are tied to corporate wrestling. We are created. We are told what to do. We are told what to say. Freedom narrative provides a platform for any talent, any performer to truly explore themselves, to say what they want to say, do what they want to do, feel what they want to feel. Control, you take back control. Freedom, you fight for freedom. Freedom to act, think, speak, and feel. And through that, you find purpose. And I think purpose is lost in a lot of performers today because everything's become so status quo. It's just copies of copies of copies.
Yeah. And so what did you think of the job that, the creator and the corporation did in presenting, Adam as Braun Strowman? Obviously, he had a little different path than you did in WWE. I think almost from the moment you debuted on the main roster, people were scratching their heads, Ethan. But with him, he actually seemed to, get a real push. I mean, they put the title on him at one point.
Yeah, I believe he defeated Goldberg at a WrestleMania, perhaps, and he's had some things handed to him based on his size, his strength, his appearance, look, his marketability. They crafted and created a perfect IP, an intellectual property. They created a corporate ticket selling machine, a marketing machine. Get these hands. It's great. It's a great T-shirt. He's a unique individual who you can put in front of a camera because he speaks well and eloquently, and he represents your brand, and he's a very special person. So everything they did with him, it makes sense. But I'll mention this very thoroughly and free the narrative too, for like a guy like me whose dream it was to always do this. It might not have been his dream to become a top WWE superstar. He fell into it. He performed it well. He paid his dues a totally different way, yes, but for guys like myself and so many others, when you have a dream and you follow that dream, sometimes that dream becomes a nightmare, and sometimes your dream is given to monsters.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. A lot of people see Adam, synonymous with what he did in WWE with the Wyatt family early on, right? He pivoted out. Well, first of all, before we get to the Wyatt family stuff, you talk about how great he was with this IP and how perfect he was, and they handled him largely very well. As somebody that was close to him, what was your take during that WrestleMania build when Shane McMahon was just dumping goop on him and calling him a big, stupid idiot? I don't really know that anyone could make hide nor hair of what exactly was trying to be accomplished there, I guess, with Braun's presentation going into Mania.
That would be you assume I actually watch current wrestling products. I don't.
Okay.
I focus on creating my own. I watch Ring of Honor.
Sure. No, I know. Well, you were just in the main event of their last pay-per-view. I'm sure you watch Ring of Honor, So, anyway,
no, I don't, I didn't see any. I didn't see any of the build up. I've seen what should have been a bright shining star, somebody that could have carried the ball for that company, kind of fall on the wayside, tag team with children's. I mean, comically destroy things with no value or substance. I saw what he could be. I know what he could be, and I saw what he was and did. And I know deep down within him, he wants to be remembered more for what he's created than he's destroyed. And he's destroyed a lot of things. He's destroyed physical, inanimate things. He's destroyed opponents in the ring, and he's destroyed his own personal life based on the success he's had. Because not only is he a monster in size and strength, but he became a monster based on money, fame, and ego. So.
Yeah, and once you've brought out, the monster, hopefully, which I guess is the end goal here with the monster and us all.
No.
No.
The end goal is not to bring out the monster. The monster is a manufactured corporate piece of propaganda. The monster must die. My mission, my purpose, is to help see that through. Because I know Adam Scherr can rise something new, something stronger, something his own.
Okay, so I'll flip it. Once the monster is killed and Adam Scherr hopefully comes through in his true form here, do you see a spot for him with you in Ring of Honor? You mentioned that just a little while ago, how you keep it with ROH. Obviously, you're in a very prominent spot there. I could see the two of you on the other side of this thing working very well as a unit. Is that something that you foresee in the cards?
I, Free the Narrative is completely independent from any corporate wrestling scheme, any structure. This is a complete creation of my own and my narrator's vision, goals, and aspirations. So, but as far as that, talent from every major company has been in the narrative, has gotten through the narrative. I mean, we can pick many people, like Aparo has found himself a new purpose within the narrative.
Yeah, for sure.
William, aka Bill Carr, totally found himself a new purpose. John Schuyler went from being a good hand to being a rising star in Impact Wrestling based on what happened in the narrative. We have struggling independent wrestlers begging me for the chance to learn to control their narrative, like a Jake Logan or my right hand fodder. Moose. Moose, I took upon myself to help make him who he is. Has he become that? I don't know yet. The jury's still out. Physically, yes. Mentally, spiritually, no, not at all. I mean, Matt Seidel paid a visit to the narrative. He has a vision of so. Though every company is represented, no company has access to it. Now, what I would love to see is the narrative infiltrate each and every major three-letter brand. That's something that intrigues me very much. Would Adam Scherr being at my side in Ring of Honor provide dominance and victories and the World Championship? Yeah, for sure. But that's also, again, the status quo. We're programmed to think, oh, they're a faction. They're going to be together. They're going to do this. Oh, this company's working this. Oh, there's a forbidden door. What I'm seeking to do is something completely unique, different, and that's never been done. I live for the unknown. So would I love to have him there? Yes. Would he bring great value to the company? Yes. Is the intent to be? No. The intent is to be something more.